Okay, so in this video I'm going to show you how to crop an image so that it fits the Kindle device. Now there are many Kindle devices and there are many physical dimensions of a device. So in order for you to create an image that will fit perfectly as a cover on a device, the first thing you need to know, and what I'm about to teach you, you can actually take this and you can apply it on any device that you're targeting. So in this video what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the process of how I figured out how to create the size of an image that will become the cover of a Kindle device. Now I have the Kindle Fire, which is a 6-inch by 9-inch physical device. So how do I go about making sure that the image that I have will fit that device? And the key thing here is basically figuring out the aspect ratio of the device. So the first thing you need to do is you need to go to a website, and this one is actually auctionrepair.com, or you can just type in convert inches to pixels. Okay, so you need to kind of find an online calculator, and this one is pretty good. I just typed in convert inches to pixels and this website turned up, and it's pretty good. It's basic, but it does the job. So what you need to do is basically you need to plug in the device dimensions in inches into the box, and typically the DPI setting will be at 75 DPI, and here is the image size, so in pixels. Okay, so knowing this information, right, you can figure out the aspect ratio if you want to, but you really don't have to kind of know that, but it's nice to know. So once again I went to another website where I can plug in this number and get the aspect ratio. So that's what I did. I just basically in Google I typed in aspect ratio calculator, and then this website turned up. I plug in my values that it tells me that my aspect ratio is 2:3. So how do we take this information and use it? Okay, so I'm showing you this in Photoshop CS3, but this will work in any version of Photoshop, and I will also create a version for GIMP for those people who don't have Photoshop and they want to do it in GIMP. Check out the video on GIMP. Okay, so here's a photo I took in Italy, and as you can see it looks pretty nice. You know, it looks like it's gonna fit. But in reality, if we go to view and then we say actual pixels, now you see that the image is actually really big, and I can actually, you know, take this little window and I can show you the whole image, and you can see that it's a pretty big image. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to crop this image to the aspect ratio of 2:3. Now how do we do that? Well, let's go back and let's go fit to screen, and what we want to do is we want to pick this tool, which is the rectangular marquee tool. So once we've selected it, over here it tells you there's some style choices. Normal, so normal basically you can crop or you can marquee basically anything. Control D to deselect, and the next one is fixed ratio. That's exactly what we want, so we'll go fixed ratio. Now if we go back to our website where we calculated the image size, we had an image size of 450 by 675. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to type in 450 by 675. Okay, now watch what this does. This actually, when you click and drag the marquee, you can see that it's it's constrained within a particular aspect ratio, which is 2:3. So all we need to do is basically drag this image, and if I want to make it as big as possible, I'm going to drag it to about here. Okay, and I don't really need to worry about the aspect ratio because I have locked in effectively the aspect ratio here. And once you're happy with your marquee, you go up to image and then you say crop. Okay, so now this image, although the image size is actually pretty huge, if you look at this, this is a 22 meg file, and if I go Control D to deselect and I go view and I say actual pixels, you can see that still this image is pretty big. But as it stands here, you can, if you take this image now and if you use this as a book cover, because the aspect ratio is correct, it's gonna look really good in Kindle. Okay, it's gonna look really good as a book cover because you've now cropped it to the correct aspect ratio, which is 2:3, and it will fit a screen 6 inches by 9 inches. Now if you look at the size, so let's actually look at the let's go back to fit to screen, and I want to see the actual size of this image in pixels. So I go to image and then I select image size, and if you look at this image is 22 megs. So first of all, it's way too big. Okay, it's too big and you don't need it this big. And look at the size, it's 2283 pixels by 3425. So what we need to do is we need to kind of make this a smaller image, first of all in size, but maintaining the aspect ratio. But because we cropped this to the correct thing, look what happens. I can type in any value here. So if I say type in 450, look at the height, it's automatically set to 675. So, and look at the size of the image now, it's only 890k. Okay, so this will actually fit the book cover because it's maintained the aspect ratio, and you can literally type in any value here, and because of the this locking, which means locking the aspect ratio, this number will be calculated and vice versa. So if I want to take this up to say 450, I'll double that to 900, then this will come to 1350, and now our pixel dimension goes up to, or the size goes up to 3.448 megs. Okay, so this is the way I do it. So I would actually go back to 450 to maintain the aspect ratio, and really you know if you do this for the Kindle device, you're really not going to lose a lot of quality, right? And your book size is going to be small as well. So this looks pretty tiny here, but if I go view and I say actual pixels, see, it comes back and you can see that this is the actual size of the image, 100%, and it's going to look like this. So that is how you create a properly cropped image that maintains the aspect ratio for the dimension of the device that you're targeting. So we targeted the Kindle Fire, which is 6 inches by 9 inch device, and now I believe they're making other ones which are 8.9 as well inches in length. So you just need to kind of be careful which one you're going to target, and likewise you can create an image like this. Okay, I hope you found this video useful, and we'll see you in the next one.